Welcome back, Interior Alaska. Joe Cook here, bringing you some Friday sports. The GCI Alaska Invitational opener for the Alaska Nanook men's basketball team was an instant classic. Thursday night, the Nanooks hosted the Yellow Jackets of Black Hills State University. UAF, they were just spot on from three-point range in the first half, going 9 for 16. Kyle Tomlinson scored 9 of UAF's first 11 points. The Jackets were able to stay close, 37-32 UAF at the break. The second half, though, was just seesaw back and forth. The Yellow Jackets were powered by Brody Brisk, who had 17 points on 8 of 9 shooting, but newcomer Ashton Edwards went off for 20 points for the Nanooks in this tight game. He was 6 of 12 from the field. This game went down to the wire. Wyatt Quagman hit a clutch bucket late for Black Hills. He had 12 points. The Jackets were up 66-65 with 24 seconds left. Edwards, though, he drives and dishes it to Thomason, who was cold after a hot start, but launched a three in the corner, and he drops it with 9 seconds left. Black Hills misses the layup, and UAF wins 68-66 in dramatic fashion.
Every shot feels good until it goes through the net. So it felt like a normal shot. Wasn't anything special. Just he created for me, passed it to me, shot it.
We're a totally new team. We said it from the get-go that it was going to take for us to come together to get wins. So my mentality was to, feed off my team. As long as I knew we were all stuck together, even when we got down by 3 in the last 2 minutes, everybody was still active and still supporting each other. So, I just wanted to do my part as a point guard.
The women's basketball team keeps its opening win streak alive on the road today. The Nanooks came back and held on for an 80-78 win over the Cal State San Marcos Cougars. UAF trailed 51-42 at halftime, but held the Cougars to 27 second-half points. Stephanie Toonson led UAF with 20 points on 7 for 10 shooting and 6 boards. Benisa Bulaya added 16 points and 6 assists. The Nanooks are now 4-0. Next up for UAF is Chico State this Saturday. This morning, the Nanook rifle team took their first shots in a month against the number 2 team in the nation. The number 7 Nanooks shot against the number 2 Kentucky Wildcats at 9 a.m. The E.F. Horton Rifle Range. UAF showed what it can do with a full roster of shooters. They beat the Wildcats 4-6-9-3 to 4-6-6-5. UAF won by 15 points in air rifle and by 13 in small bore. It was a dominant performance by the Nanooks, who took the top 4 spots in air rifle and small bore. Loyally Stanfield shot a match high 596 in air rifle to pace the Nooks. Ryan Anderson and Mox Erickson both had 585s to lead in small bore. Number 5 Nebraska will shoot against Kentucky tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. and UAF will face Nebraska at 9 a.m. on Sunday. The Alaska Nanook ski teams will be in action this weekend, opening their 2014-2015 season. You know what that means? The Nordic Cup is on the line. The Nanooks won the last 2 Nordic Cups over their rivals this weekend. It'll be a test of toughness. There just isn't any snow, so trail conditions are less than ideal up at Birch Hill, but UAF is at home at the hill and will tough it out on the packed hard snow and small debris it sees on the trail. The men's team is spearheaded by seniors Logan Hahnemann and Michael Fehrenbach, who are all conference and NCAA national skiers. On the women's team, sophomore Nicole Baith comes back as an All-American and defending NCAA Central Region champion. Head coach Scott Jerome brought in some new talent to push his talented returners like freshman Seiji Takagi and Martina Hema. The team is anxious to compete for 3 straight Nordic Cups and start their season with a bang despite the conditions.
As a girls team, we want to win. We want to beat UAA, no problem. And I think as a team overall, we want to win the Nordic Cup again. And I think it's definitely possible if we all really get into it and go after it on that day.
First race of the season is always a big deal to me because, like if I do good, then I'm gonna be stoked for the rest of the season. If I don't do well, then I need to figure out what I need to work on.
Coach Turman and I are very excited to see how the team will perform and just how they'll stack up. We're using this as a way to choose our travel team, and that's always difficult when you have a large group that's competitive.
Now here's a look at the local sports scene for this weekend. Saturday at noon is the first day of the Nordic Cup. Alaska versus Anchorage at Birch Hill. Sunday start will be at 11 a.m. Also on Sunday, the UF rifle team will take on Nebraska at 9 o'clock in the E.F. Horton Rifle Range at the Patty Center. Saturday at 1:15, Lathrop will host service and high school hockey at the Big Dipper. And the nightcap on Saturday, the UAF men's basketball team takes on Minnesota State Moorhead in the GCI Alaska Invitational finale. At 7:30 in the Big Dipper, it's the last home game of 2014 for the Ice Dogs. They face off against the Minnesota Magicians to wrap up their series. For more events, visit the sports page on Webster11.com. Along with your comments on our Facebook posts, Twitter mentions, and emails, we also use an interior top 5 plays poll on Webster11.com so you can decide the play of the week. And it's all been counted, and you selected Dylan Walker's victory in the semifinals of the Hutchinson Meltdown as this week's play of the week. Walker won the 220-pound semifinal at the last second of the third round last Saturday, pinning Galena's Thomas Toctu. Walker would win 220-pound title at the Hutchinson Meltdown. To pick the next play of the week, watch for the I-5 Interior Top 5 plays on Mondays during the Weekend Recap. And that's it for Sports at 6. Come back tonight for the Sports Nightcap. Mike Schultz is next with your full weather forecast, and we'll catch you next time.